Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. In this tutorial, I will show you the code that I use to automatically calculate risk management, so the lot sizing, when I am using my expert advisors. So what I will be doing is running through all the code, and I will show you exactly how to code in automatic risk management a function in MQL4. Now, if you ever approached automated trading in general, so developing expert advisors yourself, you probably have a hard time, especially if you just started, when it comes to automatically calculating risk management. And most likely you are having the issue that you're getting the error of zero divide, right? Now, with this code, that will not happen. This is a very precise code and I use it for my expert advisors. So without further ado, this is a very interesting tutorial. So let's get right into it. If you're not into automated trading in general, I still suggest that you watch the video as kind of a way to start getting into it, because automated trading is in fact the future. So let's get right into it. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. Okay, so let's get right into it. Now, I have already created here a new file. For people that are new, just to start giving some context on how Expert Advisor coding works. When you create a new file here and you launch a new file for a new Expert Advisor, it is mainly divided into three parts. The first one here, on initiation, this is the part that runs as soon as you launch your Expert Advisor, you attach it to a chart. This part here, which obviously are blank because I just created this, there is no code here. This part here runs when the expert advisor is removed. And then we have all the part inside of the on tick. Now, this part is the actual strategy. This part of code is the actual strategy code, and it runs every time there is a change in price, so on tick. So every time a tick changes on the chart on which the expert advisor is running, and everything that is outside here, those are usually custom functions, okay? Like this one here that calculates risk management, right? Because these functions here can then be called inside of the code, and you essentially get the return value, which in this case, this custom function calculates the lot size. So this can be called inside of the onTick function. You can call this custom function, return the lot size in this case, and use it to actually send the orders in the code. This is just to start giving you some context on how expert advisors work. Now, this specific custom function, as I was saying, is the one to calculate the lot size automatically based on the percentage risk on that particular trade. Now, I have already commented the code, and if you already started developing a custom function to calculate the risk automatically, or in general, if you have taken one of the many functions that are out there, you probably will notice that most of the functions, when I was learning how to automate trading and create expert advisors, I came across a lot of different ways. There are hundreds of ways to actually code in automatic risk management calculation, right? A custom function that does that for you. There are a lot of ways, but most of them actually either they are inaccurate, or a lot of them will give you an error, which is the zero divide error. This one here so far never gave me a problem, and it never got any kind of error, and is quite accurate, as we will now see. In fact, first I will give you a brief explanation of it. You find it here, and we will now go on it. Then we will be putting here some lines of code inside of the onTick. So just to simulate a trading strategy, and we will be calling the function in it. And we will see that actually it works precisely in calculating the lot size based on the risk on any pair. So just starting here, first of all, this is the actual function. This is how you call it. You will say calculate lot size based on risk. And there are two inputs, the stop loss and the max risk per trade time. This is actually max risk per trade times 10. Okay. Now, why do I say times 10? Because what you have to put here, you have to multiply it by 10. Because if you are, for example, if you put 10, it will be 1% risk. If you put 15, it will be 1.5% risk. If you put 150, it will be 15% risk. Okay. So actually, for simplicity, let's also write it. Okay. So it will be times 10. And we also have to see where it is called here. Times 10. So let's briefly go through the code. Now, as I was saying, it takes these two inputs, stop loss and the maximum risk per trade times 10. Now, here they will have to be also inside when you're actually using this custom function. You have to do an adjustment to actually put the stop loss in points. I will show you later on in the video how to do that. This part of code here, you're simply creating the variable. You're taking the tick value by using the built-in function market info. Here, I have put already the comments for you here. Depending on the digits, you will have to essentially multiply. Then here is where you actually do the calculation. Okay, this lot size here, this is the calculation which you probably already came across many times. This is how you actually calculate the lot size. So we have the count balance times the maximum risk per trade times 10 divided by 100 divided by the stop loss multiplied by the tick value. Then you have to essentially, let's say, normalize or anyway adjust the lot size for the minimum and maximums that there are, because every broker, it will have the minimum and maximum. Now, mostly all of them, you will have the minimum lot. For example, it will always be 0.01 usually. Now, some symbols can be different. For example, it can be 0.1. Anyway, this pretty much depends. Okay, brokers can also adjust this. It's not only MT4, it's also brokers that can adjust this precisely. That is why essentially you have to create these two doubles, okay, the min lot and max lot, by using the built-in function of the MQL4 language market info. So this can essentially live take the data on that particular symbol by using the other built-in function symbol, okay? And the MQL4 language has also built in the mode minimum lot and maximum lot exactly for this reason, because you can take that information directly from the chart, okay, on which the expert advisor is running. And here, obviously, you will adjust to make sure that the lot size is within the minimum and maximum parameters. And this one here, this function here, essentially is a custom function inside of a custom function, okay? Because this just makes sure that you are using the required minimum steps, because you cannot increase the lot size of 0.0001. You can only increase the lot size of 0.01, right? You can do 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, 0.04. That is the minimum that you can increase or decrease the lot size. So here, adjust lot size to step. The step is that 0.01, right? So this is another custom function inside of the custom function that gets the lot step from the broker for the given symbol, because some brokers, for example, will not give you for some particular symbol the minimum step, which is 0.01, but it will be, for example, 0.1. Or that then becomes 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. So that again needs to be taken from the actual chart. That is why also here again, it uses the market info to actually take that from the chart. And it will round up to make sure that the adjusted lot size, which is the return value of this custom function, which then gets fed into the other custom function, it will be already rounded up for that minimum step that the broker requires, okay? And all these adjustments just make sure that you never get that zero divide error, or anyway, it's a quite precise calculation of the risk per trade. in the MQL4 for your expert advisor. So does this actually work? Well, to see if this works, what we would have to do is to actually start writing some part of code and building a trading strategy here inside of the onTick part of the expert advisor code. And then when it's time to actually send an order, depending on specific conditions, which we have to decide, at that point we could call this function whenever we need it, and this would calculate the risk per trade for us. Now, the only thing is that I just had an idea. What I could do, for example, is to create a separate tutorial just after this one, in which we build the example of a complete trading strategy. Okay, so we will be actually writing also the onTick. We will be building other custom functions. And this will be a good idea to start learning for people that are completely new and actually testing also this custom function, okay? Now, in order to do that, I need to know if you are interested in something like this. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a follow-up of this tutorial and actually write some code for to show you how to build a trading strategy, automated trading strategy in MQL4. The only thing that I will do now is just to show you, if you're already advanced, how to actually use this when you are about to use the order send function. So in order to call this is how you do it. The only thing that you really, again, this is for experienced people that are already developing in MQL4. The only thing you really have to remember when it comes to using this custom function is that the SL needs to be in points. Okay, so the only thing you really have to remember is that you have to convert to points. So you will have the two different cases, okay? The case in which you're looking to buy, and you will have the case in which you're looking to sell. And as I said, the only thing you really have to remember is that you have to convert to points. Now, in the case of a buy, your conversion to points will simply be, you have to do the ask price if you're looking to buy, because you're buying at the ask price minus the stop loss price, and that you will divide it by the built-in function point, okay, underscore point. And when you're looking to sell, you will have to do the opposite thing, because if you're looking to sell, you will have to do the stop loss, unless you're using the math absolute. But my suggestion is just you do the stop loss minus the bid divided by underscore point. And at that point, you can just call the actual function. So as I was saying, in the case of a buy, the double here point, you can just, this will simply be, in the case of a buy order, you will do ask minus stop loss price. Now I call the stop loss price, I don't know, it depends in your case what you call double stop loss, where you're saving it. But anyway, you will do the ask minus the stop loss price. I called it in a very intuitive way on purpose, divided by point, right? And at this point, you can already call it, okay? At this point, you can already calculate the lot size and put it in a double, so then you can use it in the order send. So let's call this lot size. At this point, you can already use it. It's very, as I said, it's very, very simple to use it. At that point, you can already do calculate lot size based on risk. The only thing you will have to put in is point, and you will have to put in the risk that you want to take. Now, if you save the risk then in a double as well, put it in the, for example, in the inputs, so you can change it from outside the code, you can do that as well. But anyway, let's say, for example, you want to risk 1% per trade. As I said, is max risk per trade times 10. You will have to put 10. So then at that point, 1 will be 1% risk is what the function will do. And at this point, you can order send, okay? At this point, you can already use the order send. In the case of a sell, at that point, you would have to do a little bit different, as I said previously, because the only thing that really changes is that you will have to do the stop loss price minus the bid, because you're selling at the bid price. So you will do a stop loss price minus a bid, as I said, and that will be divided by point. At that point, you can already, sorry, that was a terrible joke. At that point, you can already use the custom function to calculate the lot size. Obviously, guys, now it's already giving me the the variables simply because this is not, there is code here, there is code here, there are brackets, everything is supposed to be separated, etc., etc., etc. I'm just showing you how you then use it into the actual code. You know exactly what I mean. At that point, you can already do it, okay? You can already use the custom function, and at that point, you would have SL, and again, which in this, sorry, not SL, point, obviously. And you would use the maximum risk per trade. Let's say you're still looking to use 1% risk. Now, when it comes to then showing you an example of this, again, let me know below if you want me to make another tutorial, because otherwise this one will be too long. I just wanted to give you this code so you can start getting hundreds of errors and a lot of problems and incorrect calculations. You get a proper code that actually works for calculating risk per trade from a percentage perspective of your account, no matter if the pair is a 3-digit pair, 5-digit pair. This also works on JPY pairs. Again, if you want the update of this tutorial, in which we actually see then also with the backtester on the chart that it works perfectly, just let me know in the comments below, and I will make an update on this. Now, if you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website, which you find linked in description. From here, in fact, you will have the possibility to gain access to my entire courses. You will also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one live private mentoring directly with me, the VIP market breakdowns with the Telegram signals, the COD data software, which is precisely the one that we used in this video, the trading station software, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. And if you continue to scroll down the website past the testimonials, you will see that you have the possibility to join and gain automatically access with email and password that you will create during the sign-up process. So I really suggest that you go and check it out as soon as possible. The link is in the description, and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, and also let me know in the comments below for any new pairs or topics that you would like me to cover in my next videos. And I will see you in my next breakdown.